Hey guys, welcome back to the Awful Gaming Channel. I'm your host, Captain Off. We're back with a little bit more Disgaea 5. We're still working our way through those DLC episodes. In the last episode, we did the first half of the second half of the Disgaea 4 DLC. So, this video, we're going to be finishing that up, going over the characters that we unlocked for completing that episode. But before we do that, while I was offline, not recording, I did do a little bit of grinding. I knocked out some of the quests that I had been picking up from the quest board over here, particularly the ones that required us to go back and complete X amount of stages or kill a certain amount of enemy units or whatever. I did unlock that other extreme tough guy scroll, the one that increases characters' HP growth, and went ahead and gave it to Angelica. There it is right there. So we're going to assign that to him. Like I explained before, that's going to make it where every time he levels up, he's going to get 20% more HP than he usually would. Which, being the main character, being a frontline fighter, he's going to be in the thick of it. So, you know, a 20% boost to health would just be extremely beneficial to him. Also noticed that we were starting to get a little bit of money built up. We have about 10,000 hell, which is plenty to come down here and recruit ourselves a few more characters. So first on the list is going to be the Kunoichi, the female variant of the ninja class, which we don't even have the males unlocked yet, but the female is a DLC class, so we don't have to do anything special to unlock her other than, you know, buy her. Did have somebody in my Discord group that wanted the Kunoichi named after them, so we're going to name her Nexter after that member. We're going to make her skilled. Now, ninjas, particularly female ninjas, are a interesting class type. They're kind of a hybrid fighter where they are like relatively capable with several physical weapons. In the case of the female ninja, she's pretty good with fist weapons, but they also do learn some status effect spells, so you could also give them a staff to increase the range and potency of those effects. But we're not really going to run her as a status effect character. We're going to run her as an evasive frontline fighter. So we want to, instead of dumping those stat points into her health like we would normally do, we want to split it across her attack and speed. Because again, fist weapons, their damage calculation is attack plus speed divided by 2. So we give her a little bit of attack, a little bit of speed, and throw a fist weapon on her. As far as the voices, the personality type, we're just going to go ahead and make her loyal. And for the extra color schemes, we have pink hair with a brown outfit, kind of a dark brown with an orange outfit, and a dirty blonde with a white outfit. I'm personally kind of partial to the pink hair, so that's what we're going to make her. And there we go. We have Nexter, the Kunoichi. So next up, we're going to make the maid character. And the maids are kind of female zombies. They're the cute zombie girls. So we're going to go ahead and name her Zombina. Never said I was creative. So we have Zombina the zombie maid. She's going to be skilled. And the maids are kind of a all-around generic jack of all trades, master of none class. They can use pretty much all weapons the same, but they're not extremely like good with any particular one. So we're going to be equipping her with a bow. Bows are another dual stat weapon like fists and guns. They use attack and hit. So kind of like the Kunoichi, we're going to split her bonus points between attack and hit to benefit her using the bow type weapons.
long as you're with me. As long as you're with me. As long as you're with me.
So out of the 3 personality types, I think we're just going to go with mature. And then for the color schemes, we have black hair, blue skin, white outfit, pink hair, pink skin, kind of pinkish outfit. And finally, we have the bright blue hair with the pale skin and the white and blue outfit, which is the one I think we're going to go with. Alright, so last on the list, we're going to make one more unit, and we're going to make the Celestial Host, which is the female Angel class. Another DLC class, so we don't have to do anything to unlock this class other than buy it from the, in-game DLC shop. So we're going to name her, again, with the masterful naming schemes, we're going to name her Angelica. So we have Zombina the Zombie and Angelica the Angel. Again, I never claimed to be super inventive. That's just the first thing that pops into my head. So the Angel class is a hybrid healer. They naturally learn some healing and defensive spells, but they're also kind of like the Mage class, relatively decent but not super good with a myriad of weapon types. Now what we're going to do is, even though we just made a character that uses them, we're also going to give the Angel a bow, I think. Maybe. Actually, real quick, let me run it back and see what they're good with. So, D and fist, C and sword, C and spear, C and bow, C and guns. So yeah, we basically have to pick between sword, spear, and bow. They're low health. They only have 90% HP aptitude and 85% defense aptitude. So they're not very tanky. So I don't want to give them a sword or spear. So yeah, I think we're... Maggie. Let's get the name back right. I think we're just going to go ahead and give her a bow as well. So she can safely attack without getting too close to the front line.
Blasphemous fool! Get lost! It's useless. Sending. I'll stop you. Yeah! Sending. I do this to establish peace. Punishment time! You okay? Here I come! Yeah! Yeah! Here I come! Yeah! Here I come! Blasphemous fool!
Well, let's just go with the Pious Angel. So let's see color schemes. We have the teal hair with the teal pattern on the outfit, pink hair with gold and red outfit, and the white hair with white and blue outfit. Kind of like the white and blue. So let's go with that. So there we go. We have made ourselves a few more characters. We have Nexter the Kunoichi, Zombina the Maid, and Angelica the Angel. The next thing we need to do is buy them some weapons. For the Kunoichi, we have a rubber gloves. And for both Zombina and Angelica, we are going to buy them toy bows, because that's what you want to take into battle with you, is a pink heart embellished toy bow. So yeah, alright, now that we've finished up making a few more generic characters, let's hop into this DLC episode and finish it up. Says, I found you, Kilia. Amizel, make sure you do it right. If you don't pull it off, we'll just look silly. Why do I have to do something so embarrassing? You're subbing in for Artina. I'd rather we have a girl, but I have no choice. We need 3 people to be the Tri-Angels. None of us are angels. Don't worry about the details. It's the atmosphere that counts. Right, big sis? Yeah, that's right. Now, let's start from the top. Ugh, I shouldn't have got myself into this. Now, Killia, tell me your problem. We'll solve it for you. I don't have any problems, and even if I did, they'd be none of your business. But it is. I told you my problem, so tell me yours. It's only fair. Plus, we're here to help, so it'll be better than dealing with it on your own, right? I can't believe I'm saying this, but if you have a problem, you should talk about it. Killia, talk to us. We're the Tri-Angels. We'll help you. How annoying. If you're not going to tell us, then we'll make you tell us. I knew this was going to happen.
Nothing's impossible.
Now tell us everything, including your secret to how you stay that skinny.
Yes!
Prepare yourself. She hasn't forgotten about losing weight. Alright, so we got a big spread out map here. Handful of monster characters up there by Fuka. We have Emizal over here with another small army of generic monster characters. Emizal is on enemy turbo times 6 and magic range plus 8. Remember, he's a hybrid class fighter mage, so he does have access to the 3 basic elemental magic spells. So with magic range plus 8, he's going to be able to snipe our characters from pretty far off. So we need to make our way over here and take care of some of these yellow geo panels as soon as possible. Fuka is standing on recovery 20% and enemy turbo times 6. She's a physical fighter, so we don't have to worry too much about range. If we could coax her off of those panels, we'd be good. Otherwise, we'll have to get some characters over here to take care of the blue geo panels. So Emizal's the most immediate threat because that range plus 8 is going to make him be able to hit my characters from pretty far off.
I'll do my best.
So what we're going to do is we're going to toss Celeste the mage, the witch, over here because this slime enemy, slimes have extremely high physical defense. As you can see, their natural ability, Gel Body, decreases non-elemental damage taken by 50%. That includes all basic physical attacks, of course, because unless your weapon has an elemental affinity, you're going to be doing non-elemental damage. So you want mages to deal with slimes. So one quick spell from her, and poof, he's gone. So the next thing we need to do is get a couple characters over there that can take those geo panels out pretty quick. Toss a few people over that way. Don't want to send any of our new characters out just yet. Got to be careful with those squishy level 1 characters. They're no good if they get killed before they can level up.
Yeah, this is the end. Here I go.
Later.
Yep, and as you can see, Emizal just one-hit little mini Awf, who is one of our strongest characters right now from all the way over here. So he's extremely dangerous. We want to take out these yellow geo panels ASAP before he takes any more characters out.
My balance. There.
So we've knocked out most of them. It's down to enemy turbo times 3 and magic range plus 4. So he could still probably do some pretty good damage. So we're gonna want to wait him out one more turn before we head that way. We'll just have Etna finish off the rest of these Geocubes. And now all he has is the magic range plus 2, which isn't too bad because he won't be doing outrageous levels of damage to us.
So heavy.
So we'll just go ahead and do a little bit of throwing.
There.
Toss Girl Laharl over here. Because don't forget she's got that fancy DLC legendary fist equipment, so she can take him out in one good pop. That just leaves us with Fuka.
Yeah.
She's still got that enemy turbo times 6 though.
Yeah.
Here I come.
Need to do just a little bit more.
Sardines.
A little bit more throwing here. There.
Let's go.
Killy can hit all 3. He's learned a new fist skill. And now Fuka doesn't have any bonuses, so she'll be fairly easy to take out. And there we go. Again, as long as you pay attention to like what geo effects the enemies have and stuff like that, you know, just you don't rush straight to the enemy and get yourself wiped out. They're not too hard. No, wasn't I supposed to win and get my happy ending? What kind of dream is this? Dream? What is she talking about? Just how misguided is she? Sorry, I can't deny the fact that she's misguided. Hey, you can deny it. Anyway, do you still not want to talk? I told you, I don't have anything to talk about with strangers. So then it's okay as long as we aren't strangers. Does that mean it'll be okay if we become allies? Fuka became Killia's ally of her own free will. You... No fair, big sis. Desco became Killia's ally of her own free will. Emizel was forced to become Killia's ally. Don't drag me into this. You came this far, so you're part of the Triangles. I have to keep doing this embarrassing pose? Now you can talk to me as much as you want, right? So you'll tell me, right? Your secret to staying thin. Aren't you going to listen to Killia's problem? Why? We're allies now, so there's no need to rush things. He'll tell us eventually. That's what allies are like.
Desco's one step closer to being a final boss!
You're so awesome, big sis. You're just doing whatever you feel like. Don't worry about the details. Anyways, your secret to staying thin. I think the secret lies within Killia's skill. I don't intend to teach you any skills. Why not? Come on. Fine. I'll make you tell me about both of them eventually. Just be prepared. Looks like Big Sis is full of confidence. Yeah. The more he hides it, the more I want to know. Think about the people you're going to force to help you. Did you say something to Emizel? Nothing. But too bad. I thought Kelly was having trouble with his love life. Those are the instincts of an innocent girl. It's nothing. I get it. I know it's troubling you. What? That reaction. It's about love. I knew it. I sure am sharp. Valvy hasn't made any progress, and I hardly ever hear any love stories in Hades, which is why I eat sweets.
I did it, sis!
You did it, big sis. I'll make you tell everything later about your love story and your secret to staying thin. I get to learn your secret to staying thin and hear your love stories. This feels great. My dream is starting to get fun again. The dream comments, like I explained in the last video about Fuka's character, is that she's actually dead. She died. She was a human girl who died one day, and apparently was not a good person, so she went to Hades to become a prinny, but because of a material shortage, there was only enough material to make a hat instead of the entire prinny body. So she has spent her entire existence basically in denial. She uses the whole "oh, this is just a dream" to explain her current situation away to herself. So let's see, we have Fuka, Desko, and Imizo on our team now for completing that DLC episode. So going down the list, first of all, we have Fuka, whose class is Prinny-esque girl. As I explained, she's supposed to be, but she's just not. So she comes equipped with the legendary axe weapon Enhanced Bat, which is basically just a baseball bat with some tape around it. As far as her stats go, she's got 120 to health, 90 to SP, 145 to attack, 110 to defense, 65 to intelligence, 90 to resistance, 100 to hit, and 90 to speed. So as you can see, she is very physically, a very physically geared character. She's got an immense amount of raw attack, as well as a small bonus to HP and defense. So definitely a physical fighter with extremely low intelligence. She's got a 65% aptitude, which means even if you were to give her a strong staff weapon, she would barely get any use out of it. Her equipped ability, her default ability, is Dream Girl, which increases the attack of specials by 10% and increases the damage from specials by 20%. Which means if she uses a special attack, which is a learned skill, a weapon skill, whatever, that she'll get a 10% bonus to it, while she also takes 20% less damage from enemies' skill attacks. So if an enemy were to use a weapon skill on her, or a monster used one of their unique skills, it would do 20% less damage. So again, that's a fairly good special attack for a physically based fighter. Her unit info is a girl who only has partial Prinny skin, thinks her death is all a dream, wreaks havoc everywhere she goes with Desko. So pretty much everything I've explained, just summed up a lot quicker. Next up we have my personal favorite of the three, Desko, the future final boss. She's a monster type character who comes equipped with the legendary weapon Cosmic Horrors, the physical variety of the monster weapon types. She has 130% to health, 100 SP, 120 to attack, 100 to defense and intelligence, 120 to resistance, 130 to hit, and 120 to speed. So she has a pretty good buff to HP, a decent buff to attack, and a decent buff to resistance, hit, and speed, without any of her stats being below 100%. So another physically oriented character. She does lack in movement. She only has a 3 in movement, but she makes up for it by being so physically strong. So if you use other characters to lift and throw her closer to enemy units where she doesn't have to rely on that low movement rate, then she can be pretty useful. Her equipped ability is Final Boss Setting, which increases the attack of ally units within 2 panels by 10%. It increases the attack by ally units within 2 panels by 10%. So it doesn't increase the attack of ally units. For every ally unit that's standing within 2 panels of her, and that can be 2 panels in front, behind, to the side, or diagonally, as long as they're within a 2-panel range, then she gets a 10% attack increase. So basically, the more ally units she has around her, the more of an attack buff she gets. So again, another physically oriented skill. You get her out in the front line, you have her fighting, close to several other characters, and she just gets more of a boost the more characters she's around. Let's see. So her unit info is a girl created to destroy the world. Her dream is to become a final boss. Looks up to Fuka. Again, like I explained before, Disgaea is actually a manufactured monster. She was created by a human scientist. As a matter of fact, she was created by Fuka's father, and it was either her creation or the creation of another monster that actually led to Fuka's death. So that's an interesting spoiler that I totally didn't warn anybody about. Her overload skill is Channel Azidahaka, which causes a death blow to all weaker units within 5 panels. I believe weaker refers to any character that has a lower level than her. I don't think it means in a weakened state or with critical health or anything like that. I think it means any character that has a lower level than her within 5 panels will instantly be killed by that overload skill. So it could potentially be useful to take out large groups of lower level enemies. I'm not sure if it affects ally characters or not. That would definitely be something to look out for. Don't want to take out any of your own units. Being a monster class character, she can magic change into a weapon, and her weapon type is sword, which you see the image of her magic changed sword form up there in the top corner. So that's it for Disgaea. Last on the list, and sadly least on the list, is Emizal. So he is, as I've explained, a hybrid mage type character, and he's hybrid because while he has an S in staffs, he has an A in bow and a B in sword. And oddly enough, the weapon he comes equipped with, the legendary weapon Death Sickle, is a sword type weapon. So he doesn't even come with a staff or even a bow, which is his next best weapon type. He comes with a sword, which he has a B rank in. So, kind of an unusual setup there. Let's see. His aptitudes are 100% health, 120 to SP, 100 to attack, 80 to defense, 130 to intelligence, 120 to resistance, 110 to hit, and 100 to speed. So his highest stat is going to be intelligence, which would benefit his magic aptitude and his S rank in staff mastery. Why he comes equipped with a sword, I've never figured out, but we're not even going to use it on him. We're gonna steal that from him as soon as possible and give it to a more physically oriented character. But going on down the list, his his natural ability is Death Spell, which grants a flat 25% chance to death below units when using magic. So again, even his ability is geared towards his magic usage. So why he would come with a sword weapon is just utterly confusing. The way this works is if he hits an enemy with a spell, regardless of what level the spell is, regardless of the enemy's resistance or their health or how much damage the spell would actually do, it has an automatic flat 25% chance to completely kill the character in one turn. So even if he were using a weak spell, if he were to use the spell with a large area of effect and hit multiple enemies at once, each enemy target would have a 25% chance to instantly die. So it's kind of a gamble, but at the same time, you could use a skill like that to take out powerful enemies, like higher level enemies. I don't think it works on bosses and super bosses. I think bosses and super bosses are immune to death blow abilities, but like if you were to come across a level with like really strong characters or characters that have good resistances or anything like that, he could potentially one-hit kill him. Let's see, again, you can see he comes with all three of the basic elemental spells, fire, wind, and ice, plus the first sword skill again, which is kind of weird. So he does learn spells naturally. I can't remember what level he learns them up to, but he does learn all three of the base element spells up to a few higher tiers. His unit info says, only son of former Netherworld President Hugo. He wants to be the next Netherworld President and works hard as Death. So again, like I explained, his father was the previous incarnation of Death. He retired from that position, and now Awf-ul is technically considered the Death. Again, there are like several different variants of, you know, like death demons and grim reapers or whatnot, but you know, as far as like the one goes, it's supposedly this kid. Definitely prefer Death from the Castlevania series over this guy, but you know, what you gonna do about it? It is what it is. So there you go. Those are the new characters. That's how they stack up. Fuka is a really good frontline offensive character. Desco, another good frontline physical character. And then Awf-ul, who is good with spells, but comes with a sword because he's stupid. So that about wraps it up for this episode. Definitely appreciate you guys watching and sticking with me as I slowly work my way through these DLC episodes. We're about halfway done. We only have a few more to go. Once we get done with these, we can jump right back into the main story. So we're going to try to get through them as quick as we can here. Hoping to get these videos uploaded as fast as possible. I'll try to get at least one up a day until we finally get through with the DLCs, and then we might start uploading every other day or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. So until then, appreciate the views. You guys are great. Hope you come back for some more in the future. And until then, I'll see you later.